Hello guys, welcome back to another season of the Oxford United Save on the Football Network. Today we are taking on Chelsea in the English Community Shield final. So another trophy, the traditional curtain raiser for the season. We're taking on Chelsea. We haven't had a great record against them previously, I know. We drew with them once and then we've been battered all the other times. But this is a neutral venue. We have improved. We have signed some new people. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to have a little preview for the season ahead. And I'm going to tell you all sorts of lovely things that we've been doing over the summer. First of all, let's look at results in pre-season. So a 1-1 draw with Celtic at home. 4-1 win against Italy. A 3-1 win against Lazio, actually. I decided to kind of gauge ourselves against European opposition. We thrashed them 3-1. So pretty good result there. Happy with that one. And then we had a 3-0 win on our French tour against Stade Bordelais, I guess. Bordelais. And then Nîmes Olympique. A 2-0 win there. I don't know how I've pronounced those names. Apparently I have said Calvé right for this series. Pointed out by one of our most frequent commenters, Boom Bap. Thank you very much for commenting and watching the series along with everyone else that have been getting involved. Really appreciate it. And it really motivates me to do this series and continue with it. So today, obviously, we're against Chelsea, and then we'll probably come back for actually the European Cup group stage, the Europa Cup. Sorry, we'll come back for that one. So that'll be big. I think we'll record all of the Euro Cup games because that'll be interesting to see how we get on. But let's take a look at the. Actually, first of all. Instead of that, we'll have a look at this, which is quite interesting. We're at Stadium MK at the moment. Now that's because, as you know, our stadium is getting expanded. So we're going to be at the Stadium MK for a bit. So teams that are going to be playing there, obviously, are MK Dons. And their under-21s team. So there's going to be a lot of football on this pitch, and hopefully it holds out well. But we shall see how we get on. Our stadium expansion's due to end on the 11th of the 4th, 2020. So, a bit of time for that. We should be able to move in just before the end of the season. And I think that's going to be around 15,000, 16,000 the capacity there. So, improvements are being made at the club all the time. So, that's something to look forward to. And now on for our transfers. So, obviously we had quite a bit of money to spend this summer. And I feel, well, hopefully we've used it well. I'm not too sure. Let's first of all go for the outs. So, we did sell Moussa Konate to Hertha Berlin. I'm not too sure about Konate. He done okay at Oxford, but he didn't set the world alight, and we managed to make profit off him, which was good. But no, I wasn't as convinced, and we brought in Iheanacho for 500,000, and we kind of, I don't know, he seemed a little bit better than Konate, so we've moved Konate on, and we sold him for 6.25 million actually, so 6.75, sorry, so pretty good in that respect. We then sold Lee Evans for 1.2 million to Charlton. Probably punching above his weight playing in this division, to be honest. And we managed to sell him on. Of course, we brought him on a free, so we're making profit on all these players pretty much. And Lee Evans is no exception there, but he done okay for us. You know, he helped us get into the Premier League, I guess, but kind of his games kind of petered out over the course of the season. But he's now at Charlton, who actually, may I just say, they are actually in the Premier League. They actually got promoted last season, so he will be playing Premiership football, and you can see there he's actually in their last starting 11, so it'll be interesting to see how he does actually. Kemar Roof, we sold him on, of course a legend so far of this series, making 148 league appearances, scoring 32 goals. He wanted to go, I needed to let him go really, just because he wasn't getting the game time at Oxford because we had David Fernandez playing in that position. So we decided to move Kemar Roof on to Millwall. So hopefully he can have a good time there. But you can see by his stats, they're not actually that great overall. But you can see there's some nice standout attributes for the position he plays in. So Roof is now at Millwall. And what else have we got here? We've got Lewis Graben moved to Rostov. Obviously a fan favourite here at Oxford United. Of course, cannonballed us towards the Premier League. With 36 league goals in his time at Oxford. So he was very good for us, but now he's getting on a bit, probably getting past his prime, I guess. So we decided to move him on, and of course we made profit on him as well because we signed him for 175k, I think, and there you go, selling for 220. So we then moved on and sold Clevid Dikomona to Plymouth. Again, Dikomona, kind of a utility player for us, I guess. Did play a lot in his time at Oxford, but you can see he's quite a good player, really. Very good stats for kind of a player that is quite under the radar. You know, he did do well for us at Oxford, but unfortunately, again, it's time for him to move on. And finally, Sam Slocum moved to Bradford City on a free, and all these other guys here are probably, well, looking for clubs still. But now for the important things, how I replace these players. Now, our record signing, Donis Avdijaj from Schalke, sorry, we signed him for just over £11 million. Now, this guy, 22 years of age, looks like a very, very solid kind of striker. Advanced forward, doesn't look too bad. That's kind of positions that we always play. 16 finishing, 14 composure. Has already scored a couple goals for us already. Not a bad player at all, and I'm pretty happy to get him in. And of course he's young, so I have Iheanacho and him up front. They're both good enough now, and they have quite a bit of potential still to fulfil. Donis actually was, I think, in like FM 15, 14 and 13, I guess, had some really, really high potential because he was a lot younger. But now he's getting to the stage where he's kind of fulfilling it. But he does look really, really good, and hopefully he can perform well for us. Then we went on to sign Andrea Bertolacci. Now, I did say central midfield was somewhere I needed to strengthen. Now, we probably played a little bit over the odds for Andrea Bertolacci. Of course, he played for AC Milan a lot. And you can see here a very well-rounded player. Very, very good mentals. Some nice technicals in there for a kind of midfield player. Good passing. And not too bad physical. So, hopefully he takes our midfield to another level. I mean, Cruz kind of helped us out a bit. I can't see Cruz playing as many games this season, but I still think he's going to be a key player for us. But Cruz and Bertolacci will be key players. Lundstram, of course, will be playing because he's our captain, but Bertolacci, I'm very keen to get into our team, and I think he's our highest earner as well, actually, on £43,500 per week. So Bertolacci joins us for £8 million, and the next few signings were kind of a little bit off the buck, I guess. They were the Under-20 World Cup was going on. I decided to send our scouts out to there, and they came back with 3 of these players here that were actually, could be quite good steals, I guess. Thomas Herrera, we did play quite a bit of money from 6.25 million, 19 years of age, an attacking winger on the right hand side. Great pace, you can see here. Still got a lot of potential to fulfill, but you can see here his current ability is pretty good. And he can probably suit the Premier League right now. Let's just highlight the winger roles here. So crossing good, dribbling good. So hopefully this guy turns out to be a key player for us. He's already made 14 appearances for Argentinian under-20s team and scored 5 goals as well. So not a bad player at all. And we've managed to bring him in. I have very high hopes for this guy. And then we brought in Juan Camilo Herrera from Colombia. Well, actually not from Colombia. He is Colombian, sorry. But we signed him from Corinthians. You can see here for a central defender, he has got some absolutely incredible stats. 16 heading. He's 5'10", 16 heading, 13 marking, 17 tackling, 20 determination. So this guy has got a lot of potential. 18 natural fitness as well. So he's going to probably be playing a lot of games for us this year. And you can see for a player that's quite small, he's got a lot of strength about him. And you know what? If I could improve his passing a little bit, I could actually get him in that defensive midfield role. But I think we're going to get him as a centre-back here and keep him in that position because he looks very good. And hopefully he can become a figurehead of our team for years to come. So we managed to sign him for 4 million. I think that will probably go up to around 4.8 over time. And our final one, and I'm very excited about this guy, Jairo Osorio, is a right back, again a Colombian, stood out, those two Colombians stood out in the World Cup, and a full back here, right back. Obviously Dikomona leaving, we decided to kind of bring in a player that can kind of fill in his boots, I guess, and Lenihan and him can be chopping and changing throughout the season. And you can see here he made 37 appearances in the league for Millonarios, scoring 4 goals as well. And you can see here as well for a fullback, some nice stats defensively, pretty good. Mentals are good as well. Good determination and pretty good fitness as well. He's quick. 17 acceleration, 14 pace, 14 stamina. So that's what's been happening over the summer. We probably won't be buying any more players in. We've spent 30.65 million and let go of 8.64 million pounds worth of players. And of course the big thing this year is the Euro Cup. I'll just go through the expectations as well whilst we're on this page. Mid-table finish, reach the group stage, which we're going to be in. Obviously, 5th round of the FA Cup, quarter-final of the Capital One, and the Community Shields deemed not important, but for me it is important. And we're going to go through the team now. So Ortola in goal, Lenihan, Herrera, Calvé and Galloway in there for the defence today. A few injuries have kind of put a spanner in the works, I guess. We've had an injury to Angelino, which keeps him out of the team for today's match. Bertolacci starts on, well, I guess, is this competitive? I'm not too sure, but Bertolacci and Lundstram in the middle, David Fernandez, Morrison, O'Dowda and Avdijaj up front today. I decided to put him up front just because he scored a couple games in the last game of pre-season, so I thought let's give him a chance. Rob Daniels on the bench, our goalie that we signed quite a while ago, looks okay and could do a job for us this season. Osorio, Ben Nugent, Felix Cruz, Thomas Herrera, Evan Hicks and Kelechi Iheanacho on the bench today. So of course we can make plenty of subs in this competition, and we're going to look to do that today because it's kind of the curtain raiser, I guess, before the season starts. So let's give a number. I think we'll give Thomas Herrera the number 9 shirt, actually. Why not? Give him that, Lewis Graben's number, and let's go on into the game against Chelsea today, because this will be a hard match. And let's see. We owe Chelsea. We owe Chelsea all the time. We always get spanked by them, I guess. But hopefully we can see if our improved squad can do a job against them today. Of course, we're familiar with Wembley. Obviously, we won the FA Cup last season. Massive performance that was, and I'm incredibly proud of that achievement, really. And the whole journey was crazy. And we return to Wembley again, and hopefully we can pick up another trophy. But 15 minutes into the game, nothing too much to report on. Very even possession. No teams had a shot yet, apart from Chelsea, who have just had one that's gone off target. And here is our first highlight. So O'Dowda, the man has been with us from the beginning, gets the start today. Julian Green's injured and Hiroshi Izawa's on international duty. Oscar wins it. Januzaj now for Chelsea. Herrera heads it away. Avdijaj now. I think we're going to get his name. We're going to butcher his name for the rest of this series, probably. Fernandez gives the ball away. And here's Diego Costa. Plays it into Oscar now. Out to Hazard. This good play from Chelsea, or Tolosay as well, and Lenihan can clear it away. First real opportunity for Chelsea there. Breaking through our defence with pace and power. And they weren't able to get the goal, but they have a corner here. Oscar. And of all people, Oscar scored a header, so he's not the biggest guy, is he? But he's, found space in the box there, and he's put Chelsea 1-0 ahead in this game. So not ideal. Hazard delivered into the box, and Oscar managed to actually, be very determined to win that ball there, and he runs off celebrating. Of course he does. And here's Oscar again from the free kick, away from Calvé. Diego Costa, Ortola saves. Bertolacci clears it, and it's a goal kick to us, but living on the edge, Chelsea threatening us a lot in this game, and Matic, now Oscar, get that, oh god. Diego Costa scores. I'm going to switch it to counter-attack. I feel as if we're getting a little bit exposed here against Chelsea, and that is not so good. Mourinho, again, getting the upper hand on us. Costa, it's just a massive scramble in the box there, wasn't it? But we find ourselves 2-0 down before half-time here in the Community Shield final. Lundstram out wide to O'Dowda. Can he deliver a ball? Can we get back into the game? He does well, but De Vrij manages to get back onto him there. Bertolacci, Calvé out wide to Galloway, but Januzaj gets there. Lundstram now into Morrison. Avdijaj, I don't know. O'Dowda now. And it's away from Jemison, but Galloway can retrieve, and can he deliver a ball here? It's not too bad, and O'Dowda's in. O'Dowda again, and it's cleared for a corner. But good play from Callum O'Dowda, still showing that he can play at this level. Bertolacci delivers, it's away. Fernandez, and that is the end of the highlight for us there. and we're approaching half-time. Even possession, Chelsea have managed to create the better chances. We have had 2 clear-cut chances though, so maybe there is a glimmer of hope in this game. Matic up to Costa. Diego Costa out to Adnan Januzaj. Oscar, Hazard. Costa again out to Rahman. Into the box, or Tola manages to kind of punch that above, and now it's away. Herrera gets it away. And it's a throw in to Chelsea here, into Oscar. And I might change the system actually at half time. I might go for our other system where we play 2 strikers and really kind of go for the game now. Januzaj, the highlight hasn't ended yet. Adnan Januzaj over the bar. He develops to be a really good winger on this game, I must say. And Ortola hits it upfield, though Dowda can't get there. Galloway now into... De Vrij steps out and gets there. But Galloway again gives it away. And Morrison chasing down on a yellow card. Hazard now on the ball for Chelsea. Into Costa. Januzaj. And it's still Adnan Januzaj, and it's over the bar. And we approach half time. I do want to give Thomas Herrera his debut, but I don't think. Actually, yeah, we'll stick with the system. I'm going to get aggressive. We owe Chelsea. It has not been good enough. My assistant is right, but I'm going to tell them to go out there and get a bit of revenge on Chelsea. We are going to take David Fernandez off and bring Thomas Herrera on, and Ravel Morrison can come off as well for Evan Hicks, of course, the youngster that has been with Oxford for a while and has been a product of our youth academy, and also bring on Osorio as well for this second half. Hopefully these boys can do a job here. We'll go attacking. I think we'll probably go more direct as well. See how that works out for us. Bertolacci on the ball for Oxford into Lundstram, and he tries to play it forward to Hicks, but Rahman can defend that well, and they try and launch an attack. Hazard here into Costa, and surely that's not a highlight from the kickoff, although the way we're giving the ball away isn't convincing at all. Matic into Hazard, and they're playing it well nicely, and that was really good play from Chelsea, and probably deserved a better finish there from Hazard, but we'll take that. O'Dowda now for Oxford United, into Galloway, Lundstram, Hicks. O'Dowda, tackle from De Vrij. And it's out to Hazard here, and possibly another counter-attack for Chelsea, but Herrera, and he gives the ball away poorly. Herrera, wow, he's been let off the hook there. And, wow, very nearly costing us a goal. I'm going to bring on Kelechi Iheanacho, and I think I'll also bring on Felix Cruz for Bertolacci as well. But another highlight for Chelsea, Rahman into Jemison here. Matic through to Oscar, and Ortola saves well. Rahman now, can he deliver the ball again? Calvé out, Costa, his header is saved from Ortola. And it still remains 2-0 here with around 30 minutes to go. Can Oxford get back into the game here? Rahman from the throw in into Hazard. Lundstram gets there though and hits it forward up to nobody. Oscar, Hazard, and his shot's blocked now. Can we counter here? Evan Hicks using his pace. The 6-foot tall midfielder, is breaking away here. Iheanacho, and he's offside. But we did try to launch an attack there. Didn't quite work out for us, and now Chelsea come back at us once again. They've completely dominated this game, which doesn't surprise me considering our form against them. But here's Hicks, and he hits it over to Iheanacho. Can he finish? Kelechi Iheanacho hits it over the bar. He's usually so prolific at Wembley. Of course, he scored the winning goal to make us the champions in the FA Cup against City. But it does look like that is all that's going to happen in this game, unless we can... there's a highlight here. Cuadrado against Galloway. Galloway wins it, and Hicks now coming forward into Iheanacho on this left-hand side here. He needs some support. Lundstram goes to O'Dowda, back to Iheanacho, into Hicks. Can Hicks shoot? And it's saved from the goalkeeper. Not a very not an effort that was hit with much conviction, I guess, and it was a routine save for the goalkeeper. But 10 minutes to go, and it looks like that's going to be that, unless we can get a goal here, which will make it interesting actually. Iheanacho, and it's cleared away. Come on, Calvé, get running, son. And he goes back to Ortola, who's just going to hit it forward up to Thomas Herrera now. Who can he bring it down? Yes, he can. Well played. Iheanacho, tackled by Jemison, and Herrera steps out well. Lundstram, sorry. There's so many Herreras in my team. Galloway, back to O'Dowd. The pass wasn't great there, and Cruz finds Hicks, who finds Thomas Herrera, and his shot is saved. Nearly denied him a debut goal. No, he was denied a debut goal, sorry, not nearly. And Cuadrado fouls Galloway. And can we deliver a ball into the box here of any real meaningful... Oh no, it's another highlight here. Can we get back into this game? It will make the last 5 minutes very interesting. Herrera into Ortola, up to Hicks now. Hicks sent it over the top. Oh, Jemison had to get there, and he did so. And Al Ghazi is through. Can Al Ghazi wrap it up? No, he cannot. And Calvé can play it up the line to Thomas Herrera, who flicks it on, but nobody is there to retrieve the ball. But it does look like we're going to get a defeat here in the Community Shield final. Bit surprised that we're actually here, to be honest, but it's a doubt at Wembley, nevertheless. And just a few moments left in this game, and the highlight is still continuing here. Ortola now hits it up to Evan Hicks, who wins the header, tries to find O'Dowd. Yanmat manages to get there first though. El Ghazi into Al Sheikh, and it is a corner ball, I believe, to Chelsea. Yes, it is. And Hazard can deliver this ball. 2 minutes of added time has been announced, and Hazard now into Herrera. Thomas Herrera now. I don't think they're related. They're from different countries, so I can't imagine. So, and here's Iheanacho, and it's a corner for Oxford United. Can we get one goal against Chelsea? Herrera will deliver, and Mason Isle, I think that's his name, will collect the ball there. Hits it upfield to Oscar. Calvé wins the header, and Hazard now coming forward once again for Chelsea from that left-hand side, cutting inside there. Galloway hits it up there, and O'Dowd again. Can we get something here? Hicks. Oh, and the ball was poor to Iheanacho. And that looks like all she wrote for this game. Herrera into Osorio. Tries to switch the ball out to O'Dowd, but Yanmat wins it first, and Cuadrado breaking away on this right-hand side into Lundstram though. And Iheanacho coming away with the ball. Beats Matic well. And possibly one last attack here for Oxford, and wow, Matic gets back on Iheanacho. Wow, and that looks like that is going to be the game. Oscar hits it forward. Calvé pumps it back up there, and I think that's it. It is Chelsea 2, Oxford United 0 in the Community Shield final. Bit disappointing, but you know we can never beat Chelsea, and the day we do beat Chelsea in this save will be a good one. But you can see there, Chelsea left the cup. We'll send our assistant to that. But the next game we'll come back for will be the Europa League group stage. So the first match in that group stage. We don't know who we've got yet. I probably will put something on Twitter actually. So follow my the Football Network on Twitter. It's in the description, and yeah, you'll be able to see who we get in the group stages of the Europa League, and also probably some updates on the first few games of the season. We start with Tottenham, then West Ham, Newcastle, Stoke and Southampton. So not a bad start to the season. Hopefully we can pick up some points in there and get us off to a good start in the league, which will be most important. But thank you very much for watching today, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you in the Europa League very soon.